Yeah, are we live? Are we live? Let's see if we can do something like this. I guess. I guess I'm on the screen. Yeah, are we live? Yeah. So a little bit delay, I think, but I don't know. This is my first time doing this, so yeah, I think we have sound. Do I need to do this to see the comments or whatever? All right, Austin. How are you? And if we do, yes, there we go. This is so easy. Why haven't I done this before? Well, Kim, hello. Yeah, just figure out I need to get, streaming at some point. So why not test it out on Christmas Eve? Nothing to do anyway. So, uh, you know, not a big celebrator, but of course, dinner with your parents and stuff like that is always nice. So, yeah, I'm just going to wait a little bit. Still early days. I said 10 o'clock, but better early than late. Hello, Dylan. Live. Yeah. Steve as well. Good to see you. I just have to turn on the telly. I just had to see if I was having picture. Can't see myself on the TV. That's too stupid. So yeah, Kim, are you doing a list this year, or are you not interested in that? Yeah, well, let's just get talking about a little bit. Yeah, as I said in my kind of lists earlier this day, that there was a lot of releases that I didn't pick up, but there was also a couple cool ones that I wanted to. Thank you, Austin. Yeah, I just asked you if you are going to do a list, but top list of 2025. Yeah, one of those I didn't show was Eiffel 1710 from Poland. This is a really good black metal band. So kind of a little bit primitive, raw vocals. Yeah. Simon, evening, and even from Montenegro. Awesome. So yeah, anybody heard this album? Probably not. Very underground. So yeah, it's best to be in the music room when it's Christmas for sure. Yeah, I figured that came. Yeah, you. I mean, I haven't bought as much stuff this year, like new stuff. A lot, probably around 100, but that's a lot. But been more into picking up old shit. Only one death metal album. What? Which one, Steve? Was it? Oh, you in the mood for the evil thrash? Yeah, that been so good stuff there. Death Hammer, but yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I can't do that one. I did try to see them live as well, but it didn't work for me. I love the death metal, but those kind of yeah, ambient passages are way too boring for me. Kind of killing the death metal there. Picked up this the other day. If somebody knows this one, awesome female fronted. Can I show tits? Yeah, I can show tits. It's my stream, right? Maybe I will be pulled off the stream, my own stream now. So yeah, Coop Dead Tuts with Wendy O. Williams on vocals. Well, my death metal list will be somewhat diverse, so I'm sure I can point some good albums for you there. Yeah, I picked up a lot of good stuff, but there's also a lot of stuff that are great, but not great enough. If you know what I mean, it's kind of the quality is there, but it's hey, Marty. So yeah, but I mean, I tried Blood Incantation live, but it didn't work. I left after I think the first song. It was just like yeah. From the Crypt, yeah. Rose Skulls record, yeah, they normally put out good stuff, so I need to check that one out. Haven't. What do you think about this album then, guys? It won't be on any of my lists, but yeah, it's a Christmas miracle. That's right, Marty. I said I wanted to do it one soon, but that's 6 months ago, so that's how I roll. You hate it? Yeah, I mostly like it, but the ballad is ruining it a bit for me, and also the black metal vocals shit that is put in there is not good. But overall, I think it's a really good album. But yeah, I wish they had dropped the ballad, but I'm a ballad hater, so. God's Disease. Have I listened to that? I'm not quite sure. I need to double check that at some point. Yeah, I kind of agree, but program drums, Marty, you know me, I'm a hater of that. So that ruined that album a little bit for me. Not ruined it, but it put a damper on it. But if it had been proper drums, the new Paradox would be high on my list. I mean, you really don't need to hear more Testament if you have the old ones. Yeah, as Dylan says, yeah, Warfield. I checked that out. That is good stuff. I need to pick that up. Okay, yeah, that's the first album and second, third album, yeah. But I like Old Testament overall. But yeah, it's kind of you kind of have set the bar really early, so the newer stuff will always, I don't know, be judged differently. I think if it was a kind of unknown band, a lot of people would say it's a fantastic album. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I do agree that the drums are well, but they are kind of a little bit limited with fills and stuff like that. Especially cymbals are a bit weak. It's get a little bit static drumming on it for my taste. But the riffs, the songwriting is awesome on that new Paradox album. So yeah, I mean they are in the same vein, all of them. It's a quality band. You can't go wrong with it. A New Testament, but I mean, I often go back to the old ones regardless. But yeah, I was a little bit kind of underwhelmed by this overall. Initially, I thought it was awesome, but yeah. Oh yeah, Crude Force, that's awesome band. No, I've not listened to that Elford EP. Um, I know of it, but I haven't got around to it. I've been spending a lot of December listening to kind of the potential list material, so EPs are not there. Yeah, that's correctly. Yeah, I agree. They should have done like 40 minutes albums, and as I said, cut out the meteor. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to call it the drum machine, but it's kind of programmed drums. It's kind of there's a lot of great programs for program drumming now. So, I mean, you can get them to sound pretty good, but still, there's kind of lacking some life into it. In a way, it's just yeah, yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I picked up that Burnt Offering album. That's a killer album. I found this one. I have this on tape, but I had to put, pick it up on vinyl. I used to dig this album back in '87. Uh, I haven't spun it yet because it was kind of dirty, so I need to clean it. But it was only 10 euros for an original copy in pretty decent state. So um, this is uh, hair metal. Uh, yeah, I mean, of course, when the drummer dies, during the process, yeah, I don't think he wanted to drag in a new drummer for the project. So I understand that it's a kind of milding situation there for me. So, but yeah, the new Leak album. Uh me and the HM2 death metal. I'm pretty tired of it. I mean, they are one of the better bands I think doing it, but yeah, I just gave it a listen and it sounds good, but it's nothing that I'm gonna pick up anymore. I have so many albums in that style that yeah, I don't need a one. Yeah, right. This is absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you if you go shopping in a store and don't pick up this album, I mean, there's something wrong with you. Look at these beautiful guys. Um, Fun album, as much as I remember, but wasn't there a or a cover song on this? I don't remember. It's been a long, long time. I've been to a couple gigs. I was once back in '96. I was on the Dynamo Festival in the Netherlands. I've been to Sweden and I've seen Vatain and Iron Maiden there. I've been to London once. Did see Motorhead Sepultura like 15 years ago or something like that. That was awesome. So, but apart from that, I hate travel. I hate airports. So yeah, yeah. I know the Beast wasn't bad. I haven't tested it out. Species is awesome. That album, I really like it, and also Pandemic Outbreak. I haven't received my vinyl yet, but I have ordered it. Ah, wow, bonjour or bonsoir. So yeah, no. I can play some hair metal, but it's not very often. But especially these, it has to be the albums that I had back in the days when I was a kid. Newer, even newer heavy metal is really uh, not getting me. I think the newer heavy metal vocalists are so much weaker than the old ones. I don't know what you guys think about that. The Dios, the Wardanes, the Bruce Dickinson, Halford, all those guys. There's not many new vocalists that has that unique identity. Um, awesome, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to do this tonight. Gonna have a party tomorrow at my house playing evil music with my best friends, and it's a tradition we have. So this was just a test stream. So hey, Lando, awesome. Yeah, I see there's 22 watching, so that's pretty cool for an not very announced stream. Yeah, I mean the first Cinderella is awesome. I really like Night Songs. That's an album that I play several times every year because it's just awesome. Okay, yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't think that they are able to kind of create the vocal lines or have the I don't know, the adventurous to go out on like creating different vocal patterns. They often follow the music too much, and yeah, I haven't checked out that one, so I will. I have written it down because yeah, I've seen that been mentioned. So yeah, have you heard Chest Crush? I know several of you have, but I mean, what do you think about this? Christmas classics. I don't really have one, but I was jamming this earlier on. Battery works always in winter time. It's kind of a winter music for me. But I don't have like any particularly albums that I play. I often play something with Warren Dane, but I do that often because I like it a lot. So have you checked out your Aeon's Abyss yet, Simon? Or is it still in the shrink? Yeah, I can understand that, but it's a killer album, but it's too well produced in a way. It's just too massive. It's too perfect sounding, if you know what I mean. But awesome songs, and yeah, as you said, brutal vocals. Yeah, butterfly vinyl for sure. Yeah, that would be a really Christmassy one. Yeah, yeah. Let me know what you think. I think it's good. I do prefer the previous one over this still, but they have their own sound, and especially the vocal is pretty intense, like semi black metal in a way, but they don't sound very much like anybody else, especially on the previous one. This is more kind of a more straightforward album, I would say, in terms of songwriting. Yeah, I did try that Hesperia. I don't know yet, but yeah, it's the kind of the start and stop thing that is the flow is not there. But I will give it another listen. I've seen a lot of people have it on their list, so yeah, we use Yule or Yule. That's kind of Yule is the old word for it. So Yule is more a like a changed up word from Yule, but Yule is kind of the old way of saying it, in at least in Norway. So Home for Christmas season 3. Not seen that. Not heard that one. Is that you just straight doom? I'm not so. Yeah, that's not a style I listen a lot to these days. As long as it's better than Castle Rat, I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about that album. But what the fuck is up with that album? Hey, Mr. Raccoon. Yeah, I was that earlier on, so good to be done with it. But always nice to be. Was that the Castle Rat you were laughing at? No, that's what I said. You know, that black metal stuff that I put in there. I don't mind the riffs, but that black metal vocal is totally unnecessary. Lee, what's up? Yeah, do you like Castle Rat then, Marty? I think that is one of the most hyped crap this year. But I mean, people can listen to whatever they want, but to see that on the lists are, yeah, not very impressive. One good album that didn't make the black metal list this year was Jendød Svekkelse. A step down from the previous one, I think. You like the girl, yeah, but you don't like the music. Is that correctly? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I just don't get it. Yeah. Well, in my opinion, you haven't missed out on anything, Kim. So 1 of 9, a little bit too kind of atmospheric, but it's not a bad album. But yeah, yeah, it's a great album. I love the bass playing on this album is awesome. You know, the bass line is kind of what do it, but I felt that the energy was a little bit gone from the yeah, they play some sort of a doomy style of music. Kim, I believe it's, but if you have just watched the lady, you might have closed your ears. So I don't know. Ah, that bad. Now, as I said, at first couple of times I listened to the New Testament, I thought it was really good, but when I came back to it, for like the third and fourth spin, I just kept the black metal thing and the ballad. Yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, if I had done a 15 top 15, it would be on the list. But I mean, it was close. But I like the other 10 better. So yeah, Walkers is good as well. So I have not heard that one. I think I might. But yeah, I'm playing this in the background if you can hear it, but it's probably pretty low. This is the Thanatorium that I had on my top for this year on the black metal list. Sorry for spoiling if you haven't seen my list, but yeah. Nice. Good work music there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ballads nowadays is not the same as the old ones. It's kind of just redoing what they did in the 80s. And I find 99% of all ballads pretty boring. And that comes from a guy who loves doom death, It's probably ballady that's as well, but yeah. Yeah, it's hooky. Lee has these hooky leads that drag you in. So if you haven't heard Warhammer and watching this, go and check it out. Warhammer 666. Two new EPs, or like in once. Couldn't you done a whole album, Lee, or is you're only going to do EPs? Or is it a concept that you couldn't put on the same album? Yeah, me too. I don't know how limited these are, Warhammer 666. I don't know how many you print. I don't know if you want to disclosure that number, but it was kind of cool to know if people need to hurry up. They should do it anyway, just buy it and be done with it. Need to keep Lee and Fomorian production busy. Yeah, Simon is still playing Ballads of Testament. I like New Cancer, but it's good, but um, it's just good. I bought it. I thought it was kind of a refreshing from the previous one, but yeah, it's not an album that I've revisited a lot. War metal, yeah, I do, but I'm not a massive fan of war metal in general. I think it's I don't know, it's something with the I don't know, it's just the work for me. 50, okay. Yeah, a little bit optimistic there, Marty. I don't think that they would go for 6,660, maybe 666. That would be cool. Last dozen, yeah, cool. That's nice. Yeah, some people say that. I think the early Cancer is pretty good. For me, it's more like the production is not as good as it should be. Naked Whipper. Yeah, as said, but for me it was, yeah, I do agree the second album is the best. But for me back then, it was at least the kind of production was a little bit tame. I have not checked out the new November's Doom. As I thought the previous one was a little bit boring. I'm a big fan of the band in general, but yeah, but I need to go and check out the new one. I mean, they have a lot of great albums in their discography, and Cruel, like Cruel say, the vocalist has a fantastic voice. So both the clean and the growls, but yeah, I will go and check that out sometime. Maybe this Christmas. I'm not gonna work anything, so have a good time to spin metal for sure. Well, okay, cool. Nice of you to drop by, anyways. So Christmas is over here in Norway. We celebrate Christmas Eve, not the first day. That's there will be a top 20 with some thrash metal albums coming up in about a week. There's some that I want to check out. Negrav, I've heard the name Negrav. I don't think I've checked them out yet, or did I see a live, some live stuff from them the other day? I'm gonna, but I know the name, so Negrav is definitely on my radar. So, oh, Massacre is terrible. I mean, and the new one. I mean, the old one was awesome. Juicy vocals back then, but the newer Cam Lee stuff, they released a Bone Gnawer album just the other week, or was it this week? That was not good. But I mean, when Roga, not me, but Roga plays, I will do it again, So maybe we'll do one together with you as a guest. So yeah, From Beyond, yeah, that's awesome. I was just thinking about the newer stuff. I bought the last album by Massacre on sale here this fall, and it was very mediocre. Yeah, I think I saw the live clip from them. They played in a kind of death metal evening in Oslo not long ago. Yeah, Inhuman Condition is good. Yeah, I will get back to you on that. I will do more streams in coming future. I just need to get my, yeah, ass in gear and do something about it. So yeah, and it's cool when so many people pop in and be active in the chat. Makes it a whole lot of easier. So yeah, no, Promise is definitely a low point for Cam Lee in general. I think that's his worst that I have heard, anyways. So yeah, there are some cool young, Norwegian death metal bands out there now. Kind of quality, plays a little bit homage to the old. A lot of them have a little bit of the old Autopsy style, like Obliteration in them, but Aberration and uh, you know Negrav sounds like they have something going there. And Horrifier is another killer Norwegian, new Norwegian death metal band. Saw them live 2 years ago at Inferno at a very small pub, and that was fucking awesome. The drummer was so tall that he had to go like bend forward so he didn't bang his head. Yeah, Necromantian as well. Fucking awesome live band. Uh, Killer evil thrash. I don't want to call them black thrash because I feel that it's just evil thrash, and they are so good at playing. And the vocalist and guitarist of Necromantian also play guitar in Aberration, and he's just a fucking brilliant guitar player. So yeah, exactly. That's a weird thing. They say they hate it, but they go for the money anyway. So a little bit. Awesome. Nice to see you, Dylan. See you later. So yeah, picked up an hidden gem or gem. I don't know. I have played it a couple of times. This is Psychic Pawn from the US with the album Decadent Delirium, 1994. Been after this for a while, but I found it now for a very good price. I thought first it could have been a Russian boot, but it's not. So pretty stoked to have this in the collection. Kind of a little bit technical death metal from that area, a little bit gore gutsy, I would say. So I don't know if you guys know this band, but very bad cover artwork, I would say. But yeah, the copy shows it looks like Blessed Death. Yeah, Blessed Death is awesome. That's a really good band as well, and that is also one of those hidden bands that I didn't hear of them back in the days anyway. So it's kind of something that I've discovered the last 15 years. No, I found a seller in Germany who sold this for 25 euros, which is half of what, under half of what all the other people sell it from. So yeah, Cacophonous Records. That's right. Hey, James. All right, cool. I do have a Filth Vigor in my collection, so that's awesome. Cool band. Yeah, I don't know if they are active, but yeah, I do have a vinyl, but that a demo collection maybe. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I played that one, but yeah, cool band name, Filth Digger. So yeah, also picked up a couple of hidden albums. I used to have this on vinyl, but I sold it back in the days because I don't know. Maybe the vocals did it for me. Maybe it was too heavy metal at that time. This album is a little bit heavier in the guitar tone, but yeah. So kind of a mix between thrash and heavy metal, or whatever you're gonna call it. So yeah, I mean, this is highly praised as a classic album, and I don't know if I will put it there, but Pretty good album. Yeah, I think that seller who sold me that psychic pawn was from Germany, actually. So, okay, yeah. Cocophone, yeah. Cocophone us. Nice. Nice, Simon. Also picked up my last. Yeah, okay. I mean, I have to be honest. I haven't listened to this before. I got it now, so I only have two spins. I thought it was heavier and a little bit, maybe in my vein. But I do like it, especially the kind of the first two songs here are awesome. But I feel the whole album drops a little bit. But this has the demos attached to them, which is cool. So I need to spin them more. As I said, I had it on vinyl, but it's been 30 years since I listened to this last. So I just wanted to get them back and see if I was just missing out. Picked up this as well. This is the last UDO album I'm needing, or I didn't need it, but it was for a good price. And the title says it all. Solid. It's a solid UDO album. It's before, it's back when it sounded more like Accept, and his voice were intact and everything was good. So a couple of ballads here as well, but I knew that. But pretty good album. It is a solid album, as the so I kind of just need like five or six of the first Udo albums in proper English. It's Penis of Telephonus. Penis of Telephonus. Okay. Also picked up Hellion. I've been in like a heavy metal mood, maybe because I've been listening to just death metal and black metal for a month now. So I really like this album. There's one shitty song here. Second to last is kind of a bluesy track. I don't know if the song is bad, but it really doesn't fit into a pretty heavy metal album. Anne Boleyn has a killer vocal. So there's the lady, and she also kind of do all the lyrics and are involved in the music as well. And the couple of first tracks here as well is awesome. I don't know if you guys know this, but probably most known for the first album, I guess. Anybody heard this one? Destructive Elite Terror from Finland. Kind of a blackened speed metal in a way, but not like the normal ones. I feel that these guys are a little bit different than the kind of normal blackened thrash band. But it's more like a little bit more speed metal. Metal Archives, it says like speed death metal, but I don't find a lot of death metal in here. But regardless, cool album. Finnish guys, and awesome poster. So yeah. Already 45 minutes. Damn. Time flies when you have fun. But yeah, if you guys don't have anything to add or ask me, I will just end this stream now. I think it was just a test stream, so yeah, they do. It's kind of entertaining sometimes to go in there and see. I always do go in and see and how they label the band, and it's quite funny sometimes that I have a total different opinion about it. But I guess it'll be we have different ears, so we will kind of hear different stuff. But also, I think a lot of these hype stickers are not as selling good selling points as they are supposed to be. But I like it when they kind of just describe the music and don't put in like sounds like this and this, because that's annoying and often wrong. They just throw in bigger names to sell the albums. That's really annoying. But here is just like yeah, it even says it here, speed death metal. But I mean, I don't hear much death metal in it, so uh yeah, I do have some weird ones, but I don't know. If you have a list, you can send me it. Always, I can buy it from you if I don't have it and I want to. So, yeah, penis. Yes, yeah, it does. It's an IA telephone, so we do work for you. You don't have to think. Yeah, can you be banned for saying the word penis, Kim? As a linguistic person, how bad is it to say certain words, really, compared to what other shit there's out there on YouTube? And Merry Christmas and welcome. Um, yeah, as I said, like um, thing is kind of getting pulled out of YouTube because you show a artwork with tits on it, and I was putting on YouTube the other day, and the first picture that popped up was a picture of a Ensiferum video, and there was big tits on that video. The nipple wasn't showing, but man, that was okay. But when a guy sits here and with like a channel with like 2,000-3,000 subscribers shows an album with some drawn tits, that's offensive, whatever. um yeah, okay. Simon is yeah, maybe it is, you never know. I have like an estimate, yeah, but I don't kind of count the exact number. But like with everything, it is with CDs, tapes, and promotion stuff. There is, I would say, around 9,000 titles. I do know that I have 5,500 CDs, but the rest is like, I would guess I have like 3,500 vinyls, maybe ish. But yeah, I do keep. I mean, I put everything in Discogs, so I can get. I have the number there, but I never look at it because it's way too high. You don't need to have this much stuff, but it's kind of been. Yeah, how old am I now? I've been buying music for 45 years almost. So and I haven't sold a lot. So but I need to kind of start cleaning out stuff that I don't listen to anymore. It's just yeah. But Collector's Come, yes, Aberration rules. That's fucking killer band. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. I mean, uh, so much. stupid thing going on YouTube, and to show like normal body parts should be acceptable, you know. Yeah, it was, you know, back when I live a little bit off grid, so I didn't have a good internet for a long time. But I got great internet like 12 years ago, and to start to put everything into the Discogs, that was terrible. Now I do it as I when I shoot a video, I put everything that I show in a video into my Discogs, and try to keep it up. But it's a painful, and especially if it's you know, a lot of variations of it. You know, if hard to find. Um, Peeling Flesh, not heard that one. I think. But it sounds like a brutal death metal band or something. I've been really lazy with newer stuff or newer bands. I kind of like to go back to the old ones. Yeah, but it's nice to get it in there. You know, when you're done with it, it's kind of fulfilling, and you have a little bit more control of what you have, especially when you're buying stuff. I use Discogs to see if I have them because I can't remember all the titles I have like instant. So it's nice to go and double check on Discogs, so you don't have to have all those doubles that we have, Simon. So I would do that. So okay, if it's slam, I'm not a fan, and I don't like rap slam mix either. So that would be a no go for me then. So but yeah, I don't know with slam. I do like slam, like short periods in like, you know, suffocation and stuff like that is awesome. But when it's kind of um, I don't like Pantera either. I used to dig like yeah, Cobbles from Hell and Vulgar Display, but I don't know if it's kind of my kind of I didn't like the vocalist like in the person for a while. I just, you know, threw me off. Groove metal is not something that I listen to anyways, but I used to be a big fan of Cobbles from Hell. I don't know why that album. I can't go back to that album. I do have an original in my shelf, but I haven't played it in, oh yeah, at least 30 years. So I'm gonna sell that at some point, but you know, I do like Tribal Guest, but I haven't heard the new one. As I said, you know, I've been very lazy with checking out new stuff. I spent way more time with the stuff that I bought, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I do struggle a little bit with kind of new. Tribal Gaze is not that new, but I mean, yeah, I've seen that on a couple of lists, so I'm definitely going to check it out. So I know I like power metal. I think power metal is the only album with Pantera I can listen to now. You know, he does have a great voice there, and he does have a great voice on the covers from Hell. It's just I don't know. Back when he was a heroin addict, he was saying a lot of stupid shit, and shouldn't hold it against him. But I don't know. So sorry about that. Didn't mean to step on your toes there, but we like what we like, and that's how it should be. You can't dig every band. But as I said, you know, I'm kind of like I'm kind of thinking myself, you know, I should really like that album because I was a big fan back in the days, and a lot of the other stuff that I was a big fan of back in the days, I'm still liking. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, I do have several friends that are big Pantera fans, so yeah, I do hear it from time to time. It's not that I'm gonna throw myself out of a window when it comes on. It's just I never feel a need to put on Pantera in my home. As I said, if I had a copy, I did have a Russian boot of that power metal, but I burnt that in a video a couple of years ago. I burnt all my Russian boots because they should be banned from everywhere. An atrocity. But yeah, that's my opinion. Um, I don't mind like bootlegs. We were talking about that, live bootlegs that have with shitty sound or whatever. If people want to buy those, I'm totally fine by that. But I hate when somebody steals somebody's album and putting it out when they have paid a lot of money for studio time and there's sitting people over in Russia and just print out cheap ass knockoffs of those albums. Yeah, I guess you would, but Kim, you like more groovy stuff, don't you? I'm not. Like Far Beyond was back when I listened to Pantera. Far Beyond was kind of my. I didn't really care much for that album, and after that, it was a no go. And then I had a fallout with them for some reason. I don't really remember why, but it's just one day it was like, no, thank you. And especially I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, to cheers, Robert. Yeah, that's cool. I kind of sometimes wish that I just was into one style. I mean, I don't buy a lot of new heavy metal. I do pick up some old stuff here and there, OG presses. But I would say that, especially this year, it's been mainly death metal. I have not been seeking out so much black metal. I do have some stuff coming in, but it's been. I don't think it's been a bad year. It's just been a bad year for me. Like my interests have been somewhat cold, and yeah, I guess this goes in waves. But there's been some. There's been a lot of good metal this year as well, especially the second half of this year. Yeah, I mean, the first half of this year was very slow. I think I had bought in June or July. I only had like 30 albums, new albums. But this fall has been extremely loaded with a lot of releases, so I missed out on a lot of stuff. And even in December, it's been a lot of yeah, yeah. Hey, Marty, yeah. Can you believe it? I finally did it. Yeah, I started like last year, kind of, but it has a little bit to do with me having enough stuff to listen to. So I kind of the newer bands are very similar to each other, and I feel that the old bands were back in like the first half of '90s. There was way more diversity between the sound of the band. Now it's kind of a little bit samey, but I have still a lot of killer death metal releases to show, but maybe we should do a discussion on that when I show my death metal list or death thrash list. As I said, I'm going to put a 3 or 4 thrash metal album into that list. So, and also the album of the year is neither, so I will show that as well just to have fun. Yeah, I know, Marty. I've talked about this for a long time, but I'm kind of dragging my feet over here. Bizarre Cult is going to be interesting for sure. Well, I'm going to release a list in about a week's time, so I'm not going to spoil that. Hood and Menace will not be on that list. I think it's a good album and I enjoy it, but yeah, It was kind of too nice, but it's a very nice album to listen to. I enjoy it, listen to it, but also they have a cover song. That's a no go for me. So yeah, I will do that probably maybe New Year's Eve. The list is ready now, but there is two albums. If they come in, I have to have them on physical to show them. That's my rule for lists anyway. So I mean, I've listened to some digital albums that I've ordered, but they have been. I had one package from was sent from Poland, and the post office didn't notice me as a package from Gods of War, and I had pandemic outbreak and stuff like that in it, and they just returned it without giving me a notice. So Cinates, if they remind me, but okay, was that something Keith gave you or? Yeah, grind. I'm not a big fan of grindcore or grind in general. I do like some of the old stuff, but I don't know. Grind is. I mean, I love Napalm Death, so that's kind of grindy. But I'm very little. I have very little knowledge of grind in general because it's not a style that uh, I really like a lot. There are some really good albums, but I don't know. So yeah, 1 hour. Should we call it a night, guys? I'm sure you need your beauty sleep. At least I need it. Cinate. That was a. I will do a more better announcement of this stream. It was just a test stream to get my ass going on this live stuff. So and Christmas Eve is a nice time to do it because having dinner with my parents or my family and the gift stuff is enough for me. I just have to get out there. So Beyond Human. Total Timing, yeah. I know that band, but as I said, that is not my style. But it's a cool band name that only me and Kim understand. No. I don't. Private parties on live streams, no. Everybody can join in if it's an open stream, but I mean, uh, I wouldn't do a private party unless it was kind of just a. As I said, it's just a test stream. And maybe I would have invited you, Metal Marty Mac, if it was so. It would be cool to do something with the guys over the pond as well. So I will get into that later. I also talked one of the first thing me and Anthony over at Metal Miners talked about uh, back when we started was kind of doing a live stream. So I will do that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a live stream in February. I think I don't remember the date, but I do think I have the 5 year anniversary there for to be on YouTube. So I have to go back and check the date where I started, but maybe do a live stream and maybe invite some people that have been there. I mean, a lot of the channels that I've been in touch with for a long time. So it'd be cool to just sit down and reflect upon these years of doing YouTube. So yeah, just fun stuff. But all right, I'm gonna end it here. So thanks to all of you who have been watching. Really awesome. I didn't know that there will be as many as there were, 22 for this very low announced live stream. Is awesome. So thanks a lot for joining me, and I will be better at doing this and kind of plan it a little bit more. So happy holidays to all of you, however you celebrate it. I'm going to listen to metal now and enjoy my time off work and just relax. See you guys.